Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Relic 3 replay. As well on bottom left side as the Red Soviets, we have Chris. Spawn on bottom right side as the Green Empire, we have Fury. Spawn on top left side as the Cyan Empire, we have Bashley. And spawn over top right side as the Yellow Empire, we have Demon. Bunch of zeros. Bear is being pushed on out. And do have now these Instant Dojo cores eyeing for this oil derrick over here. It looks like we got Crusher Crane opener for the Soviet player. Bear is now heading up north. We do have this bear eyeing for the airport. He needs to get it right back home to Siberia. It's far too warm here for him. And he's trying to go, and does get a neutral kill there, allow him to protect his engineer. The bear would have been a little bit quicker. He potentially could have got the kill there under that engineer. Over here, Bergstrom does spot this infrastructure going up. Soviet MCV is eyeing for a third expansion, or third refinery already. Is this a little bit farther back? Seems a little bit farther back than it should be. There's like 2 tiles there. There's like 3 tiles there? I think there's some extra space there. I could be mistaken though. We've got, of course, got an Empire Instant Dojo here. Bear trying to camp it now. Walls are going on. He does go ahead and get inside this village structure. Does get a kill there. He needs to pull out some conscripts. Bears can't clear out the buildings. And there's a lot, and there's likely not going to be anything pulled out anymore by the Instant Dojo. Does wall off more of that region. There could be a gap right there that walk around. It's sort of hard to tell sometimes. That's a Magmine. Looks like Flak Trooper has been pulled on the field, throwing some Magmines there onto the Instant Dojo. Sells out the barracks there, throwing some Molotovs in this garrison there. And get a mutual kill there. And funny thing is, he sold off that barracks maybe a little bit too early, because now he doesn't have access to capture that oil derrick. Down south, we've got a Instant Dojo here next to reactor there, as well as a Soviet warfighter there. That green and red are, of course, allies. This bridge has been destroyed. These bears are camping the Instant Dojo. My apologies. And these bears do get gunned down. These barrels, okay, they had the Empire logo there, but I was sort of wondering, are these the same barrels from Generals? They look like the similar ones they use in Generals. We got some shots there on this oil derrick now. We do now have the jet tankers pushing way forward. And now we do have the oil derrick. We're seeing quite a bit of damage now. Oil derrick does go down. And there's a flak troop inside the garrison fighting against some Imperial warriors. Ore collector now getting repaired up by the war factory. And may see a bit of harassment here, but of course there is a Crusher Crane for repairs. Going for a defensive Tesla coil there. That will reach there. Don't think it'll reach over here. Cutting it very close. Or should I say very far. And now we've got a conscript here trying to clear out these garrisons. Jet Tengus are starting to engage. And this one will be picked off. Oh, there's no honorable discharge there. Does get a kill there on the conscript. Science now pushing forward of a big wave of Jet Tengus. We got a small wave of Jet Tengus here, but there's also Bullfrog and Hammer tank. We do also have a Dojo Core here. Excuse me. Don't tell me I'm getting hiccups. Well, hopefully that was just a single hiccup. Oh, damn it. No. We do not have these jet tankers flying about. We got these hammer tanks pushing on forward. And, oh, he's forced on the ground there. I was a bit confused there. And the garrison has been destroyed. Jet tankers are still flying about. Instant generators deployed over there. They use that for their expansion point. Both sides use the instant generator to expand out. Okay, hiccups are gone. I probably jinxed myself. Defender core now being pulled on the field next to the Tesla coil. May receive a lot of fire there. Got some tank busters here. Let's see all the tank busters there. Another tank buster now pulled on the field. Airport has not been claimed. Airport has been claimed. And now these tank busters are immediately trying to destroy the airport. The very, very large structure. And apparently does not have enough health. It may want to have the same amount of health as an observation post, honestly. Of course, we do got an Imperial Warrior inside this garrison. The airfield is now down, it makes it easier to move in the center of the map as well. Terradrone does get a nice little snare there, but can't really do much to capitalize on it. We do now have the jet tanks flying about. Down south, do now have a Stingray engaging the ore collector. Gains some good damage there. Could roll on the other side. There could be flak troops on the side of this garrison, however. Both these garrisons are garrisons with something. And gain some damage there onto the instant generator. Oh, got a big cash bounty there. I think it's greens. Or not greens, reds. Gain some good damage there. Sign's backing off to a quarter. His transform does come off, and he's going to try to escape on out of there. We got, of course, the Defender Core here, as well as the Tesla coil, as well as a grid of what's it called? Walls. Mega Tank is hard to save a bit of fire there, backing on off. We've got these tank busters here. We've got some V4 rocket shots there. Nope, we've got Dreadnought shots raining on in. Gets good hits there. So he's not set to aggressive stance there, so he's not firing while moving. Garrison's still garrisoned. Now here comes some rocket shots over here. Gains good hits there onto the ore refinery. Multiple shots there. He's using sacrificial launcher there. He really wants that ore refinery down. Got to transform there. Got to transform there. There's going to be a massive chain reaction there. Dreadnought sort of just stuck there. Dreadnought is a massive fire there. Autoboost chargers may get the finish off on him. Dreadnought is still alive. No sacrificial launchers for you, unless you really want to die. You do know how there's a pocket stick there getting snared by the Terradrone here, trying to siphon the Apocalypse tank there. Do have an Iron Curtain now pulled up by red. Apocalypse tank goes down to a falling debris there. There may be Apocalypse cannon on one of these guys. No Apocalypse cannons. And do have another Apocalypse here. The Terradrone sees quite a bit of damage there. It does get destroyed. No free Apocalypse tank cannon. And we do now have the Dreadnought firing away, gets some good damage there onto this infrastructure. Cash bounty there. Stingray does finish him off, getting a nice 500 credits. Let's get discharged there, but red does avoid it. Yard now are seeing some fire. Good discharge there. Those opposed Stingrays will go down. Ultra Torpedoes does connect on the Kulu sub. MCVs now are seeing quite a bit of fire there. Does crush some of these, but does lose it. That was Yellow's cash bounty there, so he did the cash bounty himself to get as much cash returned. He still has a pressure crane there. Another Kulu sub there, as well as a Yari mini sub. More Yari mini subs push way forward. And the Kulu sub does go down. Game Vector C to the Kulu sub. He may be close. The Crusher Crane may be able to repair it if he gets close enough to the edge. Over here, do got Naval Yard here. Vector C, not left, Vector C2. Tier 2. Getting some shots there onto the Dreadnought. And now I got Dreadnought shots and counter-attacking. Rolls a miss there. Does roll a miss down the cool sub once again. Do got Natasha deployed on the field. Listen to Mekatu Tango does receive many damage there, does receive some fire now. Besides not harassing Red's economy as well. May see a mass transform there, but I think he just transformed. Tracker VX's taking some shots there. Point defense room just wore off. And all of those go down at the same time. Trying to repair up the ore collector there, getting some good repairs. But honorable discharge does take him out. He's forced on the ground there. Does get point defense drones. Now you've got Natasha deployed on the field. Natasha designed to snipe Natasha. Nope, did not get a shot there. Can you pilot snipe a defender core? Can you just... Does miss there with the Death Slayer strike? Can you pilot snipe cores? That would be pretty funny if you could steal a core like that. I know you can pilot snipe MCDs, so I wonder if you can pilot snipe cores. Imperial Dogs now seeing a bit of damage there. And they got a mass transform there, taking that one out. B4 does find a cluster warhead there, getting some damage. What's it called? Is it called cluster? No, right now in that form. It was like disperse, or it's not a cluster. A cluster is actually too fancy name, I believe, if I remember correctly. Got a good number of Apocalypse tanks now on the field. And B4 as well, getting us snipe shots there. Natasha does damage in a line, so she can get multiple kills there. You can see like those two Imperial Warriors there. Got Veteran C1 Natasha there. It does get a direct hit there. It's called getting some cluster warhead shots there. And all these V4s are being pushed too far forward and getting killed on off. Natasha's also down as well. Fox seems now charging on forward. Natasha back here can get a pilot snipe. Multi-warheads, yeah, that's not fancy. And does get the kill there on the Apocalypse tank there. May got him free Apocalypse tank in it. Yes, this one unvetted one does. Freeze MCV sequence damage there. Yeah, those Apocalypse tanks he's falling back. We could see a pilot snipe. Natasha's still alive. Her pilot snipe maybe on cooldown. So that could be his opponent. So that could have been one of his old ones. So with Natasha out in the field, he could deploy out his own Apocalypse tanks. Let's take out that one model there. No tier 3 just yet. Got two cool subs there and bullfrogs. Either side could climb dry dock and really help out the naval advance. Now we've got Dreadnought for the screen. The already made subs pushing forward. They may do final voyages on the bullfrogs. And looks like the final voyage, the Okula sub. Yellow's Natasha has saved a bit of damage there. And it's got 3 Apocalypse tanks now pulled on the field. Has a small amount of bullfrogs for escort. I suppose they're not fighting as allies, they don't need a massive number. I think yep, there's a pilot snipe or a snipe shot there. Pilot snipes the elite Apocalypse tank there, and now there's an Empire Apocalypse tank. Push down some of these walls and there are cluster warheads raining on in. Getting some great damage on the Cyan infantry. And this elite one could get a fully heroic relatively soon. Natasha does get a shot there. Natasha does go down now. Cash Bounty just got activated. Cyan's pushing heavily forward there. We do got a Cure-Off airship there. Cure-Off airship will be gunned down, but does a lot of free damage there from Green. Green's in a good pursuit angle as well, able to get a lot of free damage right here. Does fall back to his teammates Bullfrogs there. Iron Curtain, Red's Iron Curtain now available. It doesn't have any Apocalypse tanks here. And that is not the one, and the Apocalypse tank's cannon on the Hammer tank is actually there. And I do have satellites raining on in, just Sputniks. More cluster warheads there. Red needs a bit more of a front line. Green doesn't really have much at the moment either. We've got some yard mini subs doing some decent work. Yellow is low power. It does push him forward. Oh, looks like he did use his That's what he uses on. Use a dreadnought. Yeah, sacrificial launchers going. Iron Curtain is worn on off. And he will take out the super reactor there. Takes out the nearby power plant. So yellow's gonna be pretty low on power as well. Does get heroic and fires a couple more missiles there. Red does have apocalypse tanks here, but there's now a fully heroic yellow apocalypse tank. Both sides of the touches are down. And green does receive a bit of damage there. Over here, Duke still got this Yari mace up here, and now his teammate put in a cool sub, a bit wounded. And it's going to be back off the region now. Red does have a good number of apocalypse tanks out on the field. He has 3. His opponent currently has 2, but 1 fully heroic. Or the Crusher Crane for forward repairs. Ooh, a lot of these mecha tankers are very, very vetted. We've got 3 heroic ones, 2 veteran, and 2 unvetted. And which one that's almost dead. Was that an MCV that went down there? That looked a little bit bigger than a Stingray. Yellow may have just lost his MCV there. Jet Tengus. Greens are taking on Cyans. He's standing and fighting, which means Cyan has lost quite a bit as well. Takes out a power plant there. Yellow's still low in power. He may want to sell off the flak tower. In which it's now just never mind. Both sides of yellow are still there. I don't know why I thought red was one of the northern teams. MCV does pack on up and does find himself one of the heroic Mecha Tengus. Finds himself another one. This is a veteran one. Now receiving mass amounts of fire there. We've got the tank surprise pushing forward. And his Iron Curtain still is on 30 seconds remain, not enough. And does take out the Terror Drone as well. Battle Lab will be going on down. And now the Iron Curtain is receiving some damage. Core Collector gave some damage there. Iron Curtain receiving mass amounts of fire. Still controls the remain. Can't Iron Curtain itself does go down. Green and red are falling back to Apocalypse tanks. And Science Force here still doing some significant amount of work. We got a yellow Natasha deployed on field. Goes off the Terror Drone. And does load up inside of the Bullfrogs to escape on out of there. Twin Blade's now able to respond. Red does lose a lot of infrastructure there, including that Iron Curtain. He has an airfield here and a boot camp or barracks, but he has no other military production. So red is locked into whatever he has on the field and whatever he can pull out from non-war factories. And now Science pull out a Psionic Decimator, taking out a pair of greens harvesters as well. Green doesn't have much left either. Team Northside is starting to pull very far ahead. They don't have the aggressive in the center. They do have good. They don't really have a whole lot of use to engage their opponent. Taking out these twin blades like that's very, very good. So the player could just eye for being hyper defensive. Allow his teammates. He pulled his Psionic Decimator there. They're trying to lure them there. The Soviet player just may want to be defensive. He could deploy out some battle bunkers and get his teammates tank busters on the inside. Though honestly, battle bunkers with flak troops inside wouldn't be half bad versus the airfield. Oh, red does have a naval yard there. Does redeploy out a MCV. Jet Tank is pushing forward, takes out all those twin blades. Bullfrogs trying to provide some anti-aircraft support. Ooh, great hits there by the V4s. Can't one the Apocalypse tanks. These Apocalypse tanks cannot be replaced. Does get a snare there, and oh, is that a vacuum singularity? Nope, that was not a singularity. There's a singularity there. At first I thought it was a vacuum satellite there, but that's what I was striking though. What I heard was the singularity put up by the Yellow Soviet. Besides now advanced support of a large wave of infantry. Bears get some great roars there, but there's enough defense force here to gun down the bears. Let's get some infantry though. And the Apocalypse tanks could try for some crushes there. They do manage to recover in time. Got the two harpoons there. Getting stuck on all the allied infantry there. Desolator Delta airstrike. Heroic one now seeing some the harpoon effect there. That other one does go down. The other one getting snared. Does get affected by a terror drone. The Heroic one does stay alive, but does see a massive friendly fire damage there. The Heroic one needs to fall back. Satellites are raining on in. This is maybe a level 3 satellite. Nope, just level 2s. And the Heroic Apocalypse tanks does escape on out there. Just fall back to the Crusher Crane. And it looks like Team Southside has surrendered. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching and on to the next replay.